Hey guys, welcome to my video. Today we're going to take a quick look at the DC Multiverse McFarlane DC Classic Superman figure. So this is a little bit different from my usual videos, but that's because that I do want to do McFarlane figures because I'm also a really big fan of DC, probably even more than Marvel. But I've just been doing Marvel videos because I haven't really found any figures yet that I really wanted, or the figures that I wanted I could never find. So I finally found a McFarlane figure that I wanted, so we're going to do the review. So let's take a quick look at the box. So on the bottom it says Superman, DC Multiverse. There's the figure in the box. It says 22 moving parts, 12 plus. It says Superman DC Classics on the side. It's got this nice picture of Superman holding Lois Lane. I hope we get a Lois Lane figure sometime. That would be a really cool figure. Actually, if it came with Jimmy Olsen too, that'd be really cool. But it says Superman right there. It's kind of got that pop figure look where you can see the side of the figure from that side. So that's pretty cool. So let's take the figure out of the box and do the review. So here's the figure out of the box, and here's everything it comes with. The first thing it comes with is these flight hands. These are pretty cool. You can also make a bird. And the second thing it came with are these, I wouldn't classify them as gripping hands or like, well, open palm hands. They're more of like oh no, kryptonite, hands. So the articulation on the figure is basic with McFarlane. You can rotate the head, move it up, down. This swivels. I think it does. It's a little, boy, that is stiff. So maybe you can't really do it, but you can move it up and down at least. It moves here at the pelvis, and the arms rotate this way. They move up and down and rotate 360, and then this swivels and bends with two joints. The hand can move up and down, but if you rotate the cuff, it can move in and out, which is pretty cool about McFarlane figures. And then the legs can move out about that far and about that far, and then bend in about that far. The knee can bend with two joints. The boot cannot move, but the shoe rotates, bends, like swivels, bends out and in, and then the foot bends in. So it's pretty good articulation, a little more than Marvel Legends. And I feel like the cool thing about McFarlane figures is that they feel more like premium figures. You know, apart from the quality control issues, they feel more like adult collector figures. But honestly, I don't know why they say 12 plus, because you can 100% give your kid this. He will have an absolute blast with a toy like this, especially one of Superman. So honestly, I don't know why he puts the 12 plus on there, since Marvel Legends gets away with it putting 4 plus on their boxes. So let's look at the figure. So we got this great head sculpt, the first good smiling McFarlane Superman head sculpt. He's got this blue tint in the hair. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, actually you can't see it there. But when you turn on the light, it's got this very slight blue tint, and I really like that because in the Superman comics, he gets his hair painted with this highlights of blue, so that's really well done. I like the Superman symbol on this. I think the colors really pop. One thing is that this body has actually been used before on another Superman, so that's why he has some things that you wouldn't see on a classic Superman, like this belt design, or these things on the cuffs, or how the boots look. I don't really think it detracts from the figure because I think the figure looks awesome. And I'm someone who loves just the comics, so I need comic accurate suits. And this Superman is pretty awesome. And this cape is in this pretty cool position. I kind of wish it had Since this is the classic Superman, I wish it had the symbol on the back, but it does not. They chose to do this flight stance looking cape where it's kind of flowing. I kind of would prefer if they made it in a cloth and open palm flight hands. I do like how this looks. I feel like Superman usually flies with his hands in fists, but I am glad that they gave you the option to have it like this. And here's Superman with his more open palmed hands. I wanted to put him in a pose since I had this kryptonite. I don't remember where I got it from, but I just wanted to have it. Okay, I'll just take this away. One thing that I will mention about the figure is that the hands are massive. Like, this Superman has these massive hands, but honestly they look fine. I mean, I don't think McFarlane's released smaller hands that could work better with a figure like this, because this is a kind of a smaller body than the regular Superman. I don't know if I like that or don't like that it's a smaller body. The problem is that he's a little shorter than some of the other figures, this specific body, which is one detractor from the figure. But overall, I do really like this figure, and I think that it's probably one of McFarlane's absolute best. And for a comparison, here is the McFarlane Superman next to one of my dad's Mattel Supermans. And here is another of my dad's Supermans. I really like the look of this one. And then we have the 52 outfit. It looks a lot more like Superboy than Superman. And the last one, we have this one, which is one of my dad's. Yeah, this is only a tiny bit of my dad's Superman collection. He has a huge collection. And then here's probably one of my only Superman figures, the Superpower Superman, where he's got the cool punching action. And this figure is almost a Superpower Superman. The blue is a little too light. The face is perfect anyways. Another one of my dad's figures, just because I just remembered that he had this one. It is Bizarro. I like this Bizarro, but I think their new one is what I would prefer. Look drastically different in outfits, but I can honestly say that the boots look more classic than the ones on the figure. And here is Superman posed next to my very first McFarlane figure, which is the McFarlane Flash. And it's not the classic Flash, but I still really like this figure. So I have them running next to each other in this pretty cool position. Also, he stands pretty well when you have him in this pose, which is pretty cool. He is posed next to my favorite superhero, Iron Man. This is the Marvel Legends one. So the McFarlane figures are 7 inches, so they're taller than the Marvel Legends, and I kind of wish they were the same scale, but I think I actually like the size of the 7-inch figures more than the Marvel Legends figures. Here he is posed next to Frankenstein, and honestly, this is a matchup that I wish was real. So the figure also comes with a flight stand and trading card, but I want to keep it in the box. But there it is. I might eventually take it out of it, but right now I really want to keep it in the box. So I think I'm going to give this figure probably an 8.5 out of 10. So this figure is really great, and it is probably the best one that McFarlane has released so far. My only problems with it are the modern touches, like for the bracelets, like these little bracelet things, the belt, and the boots. And I feel like the cape, even though looking really cool in this position, I think I would have preferred it just plain or cloth. And I wish it had the Superman logo on the back. And the figure they chose is a little small compared to some of the other looks that Superman has donned, because he's usually a little bigger than this. But other than that, the figure is really great. So, thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, you could leave a like. Consider subscribing if you want more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.